Well, his hair's up like mine, like exactly like mine. Anyway, I'm gonna go through my September favorites. And you know what, guys? There's a lot this month. There's a lot. I did too much and I'm still not done. But there's a fucking lot. So first we'll go with achievements. I feel like I handled things this month, my personal life, a lot better than I usually would. And I feel like I'm not over dramatic with my reactions anymore. I'm just kind of letting things happen. Like, my initial reaction is always the same, but like once I let shit rest, I'm just like, okay, whatever, which is a positive. So I just feel like that's my biggest achievement this month, because like I've really had to slow down this month and just chill. And I think under that, with habits, would come my new routines, adding to my routines, morning and night routine, my work routine. I've just been a bit better at enjoying them and adding to them and not forgetting what I've added to them. I don't know if any of this makes sense. My favorite thing this month, however, has been this. Now you're looking at it and you're thinking, what the fuck? Can you imagine if I just pulled out a vibrator? Sponsor me. Anyway, this is called Aroma Season, and it's my period heat pad thing. So it lasts for, I think, just over 3 hours, maybe a bit more actually. You can change the heat on it. Again, these people should just fucking sponsor me. You can change the level of heat. You basically just wrap it around your abdomen. You can literally put it on your back. You can do anything with this. I've been obsessed with it. I love it so much. And Aroma Season, you should sponsor me. Thanks. Anyway, we're gonna move on to media, which is always the whole point of these fucking videos. And we'll start with books because that's the least at the moment. Got Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. I actually posted my book reviews of like the past month, so you should go check that out. But yeah, I won't go into it again because I went into depth in that other video, but I love cheesy romances. There's nothing you can say to me that would make me not love them. Next, we'll go to music. Song to Make You Fall in Love With Me by Toth. How Do I Know by Here We Go Magic. Mushroom Punch by Zilla Day. I'm still listening to every song I was listening to last month and probably the month before that. For example, Say What You Will by James Blake is literally still on my playlist. I think it's been about 3 months. It's my favorite song at the moment. It's just so fucking good. Oh, I've been listening to It's Corn on repeat. I'm not even going to talk about it. It's not even up for discussion. Like, I know I'm being stupid, it's fine. Pull My Heart Away by Jack Penato. Love him. Love him. He was like the soundtrack to my childhood. So then we'll go on to the exciting stuff. I've watched a lot of shows and movies this month and it's kind of pathetic, but we're gonna move right past it. So we'll do movies first. This month I made it like a goal of mine to watch classic movies and films I missed out on and like haven't watched, and also all the films that are currently hyped up at the moment, which I don't usually do. Usually I like to wait a couple years for me to watch a new movie, depending on the movie, because the hype at the time usually completely kills the movie for me, and I proved myself right this month. I watched Everything Everywhere All at Once. Titan? What was it? Titan? I don't know how you say it, but I'm probably butchering the name, but you know what I mean. One was like the one that was like the most what the fuck is going on, and I'm scarred, so I'm not even going to speak about it. Don't ever watch that movie, and if you do, here's your formal warning, because I need a formal warning and no one gave me one. Nope. And Elvis. But Everything Everywhere All at Once was the only one where I was like, okay, the hype matched the movie. The other two, I was just like, for me, like, I only this year watched movies like The Last Duel and films that were super hyped up in 2020. And it works that way best because I forget about the hype and they're no longer really spoken about depending on, you know, where you're looking. And I go into it with a completely open, clear mind and I form my own opinions. And I just feel like I wasn't able to form a great opinion on Nope and Elvis, mostly because when I didn't watch it in theatres, I don't have the money or time for that, but also because of the hype that it was given. But the ones that I loved, apart from Everything Everywhere All at Once, I finally watched The Godfather. I know, a film student who hadn't watched The Godfather until 2022, jail time, right? But anyways, I see the hype. I see why film bros love it. It was really good, like better than I expected it to be. But I still need to watch the second one, so. But it was very good, I really liked it. Coda, again. Literally, was it this year that it won the Oscar? Yeah, it was this year that it won the Oscar, but it came out last year. Didn't watch it when it was hyped. Watched it over a year later. Loved it. It was so sweet. I completely understand why it won the Oscar. Although it's still very surprising. But also a win. Does that make sense? Like, I'm happy it won, even though it's surprising. And even though it was against Dune. My man. I watched Metropolis because it was one of the first movies on a list that Martin Scorsese gave to a little boy who wanted to get into film. And he asked Martin Scorsese, what film should I watch to get into the industry, like, and really know what film is like. One of the first ones, it's about like a list of 30, but one of the first ones was Metropolis. So I watched that. Yeah, I get it. It also has amazing reviews, and I did get it. But I feel like I'm in a generation that's like, we need like stories we relate to nowadays, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. And so like, I can sit here and I can enjoy films like that, and I did really enjoy it, and critically, like as an art piece, it was great. But would I sit and watch it again? No. But it's on this list because it was a great art piece. So finally watched Belfast. I know I'm like 2 years late yet again. Yeah, that was a good movie. I liked it. Again, referring back to when it came out, so much hype. Like so much hype, which I still don't understand. But did I enjoy it? Yes, I did. It was very good. The acting was really good. The story was heartfelt. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. But I think the movie I enjoyed the most this month was The Worst Person in the World. Did I hate the ending? Yes. I actually wanted to scream and cry. But the whole movie, like, of course Mia loves a foreign indie film about love. Like, are we really that shocked? I'm literally known for being a Call Me By Your Name stan. Like, that's literally all I'm known for. So are we shocked that I love The Worst Person in the World? No. But oh my god, what a film. What a film. Like, what a film. What a film. I fucking loved it. It was brilliant. That's my top movie of this month. Brilliant. I loved it. And all the hype that it got was worth it. Worth it. Every single bit of hype. In fact, it deserved more. So that's my movies of the month. And I'm still watching more, like, every day. So I'll list them below, as I'm filming this prior to putting it up. So I've got a few days of where I'll probably watch a few more. I'll put them in the description. But shows I've also been binging a lot of this month. So I watched Miracle Workers. I watched this like a year ago, but then the season 3 came out and I didn't watch the second half of season 2. Yeah, Miracle Workers, it's not like an amazing show, but I love it. Like, it's so easy to watch. It's a comedy, so it's funny, it's light. I love the meaning behind it. It's basically about work for God and like how they save the planet, and then like each season is like a new century or like era, and like there's medieval times, and then like they just recently went into like, oh, I can't remember what it's called, something else times, and like the next one will probably be like Victorian or some shit like that. But it's just so fun. It's so fun. I just love to sit down and it's just so easy to watch. I started a show called Little Women, which is a K-drama, I believe. Like, it's releasing an episode every Saturday and Sunday, so like I'm not even halfway through because half of it hasn't been released. I'm enjoying it, but I'm very confused. Like, so much goes on in this show and the acting is great and it's very serious, and for me, like, I like my K-dramas and dramas and like whatever I'm watching to be quite light and funny, but it's very, like, it's quite dark, but I am enjoying it. So I wanted to put that there. It's a good watch, but each episode is really long as well. So okay, now we're getting into the ones that I love the most. So I watched Love, Death and Robots finally. Yes, every season. And to say that I'm scarred is an understatement, but somehow I like being traumatized. Yeah, there's a lot to unpack here, but I loved it and you should watch it. And it makes sense. The next one that I'm gonna say makes so much sense because to me, there's a similarity between them even though they're not the same at all. But Arcane, are we joking? Are we actually kidding? Arcane, why did I not watch this sooner? Am I obsessed with it? Yes. Does the next season need to come out immediately? Yes. Who is my favorite character? Jinx. She owns my fucking heart. I'm actually in love with her, and I love her to pieces, and I want to put her in my pocket and just walk around with her all day. Anyway, you should watch Arcane. it's so good. It's just so good. The animation, the story, like I need it to come back. Thank you. And then we have Extraordinary Attorney Woo. Fucking brilliant show. I loved it. And I love the actress who plays Attorney Woo. She was in another K-drama I used to love, which was called In My 20s. Oh, Hello, My 20s. I didn't even recognize her. She looks so different, but I love it. It was so fun, but also had a hint of like seriousness, but it wasn't like overpowered by the seriousness, and it was so cute. And it's basically about an autistic woman who gets her first job as an attorney, and she's like the most genius attorney ever, but it's about like the hardships of being autistic and loads of other like little subplots, and I loved it. It was fucking brilliant. I love it. And then the last one I'm gonna mention is called The Affair. Now this one is dark as shit. I'll give it to you. It's dark as shit. It's like so dark. It's dark. First of all, it's literally called The Affair. We're not on a good start, are we? We're not. My mum was watching it, and then I sat down and watched some of it, and we've just been binging it ever since, and we keep texting each other gifs of the character named Cole because we're both in love with him. Yeah, I really need to go to therapy. Anyways, it's basically about a married man and a married woman, and they have an affair with one another in the first season. I'm not spoiling anything, it's literally the title. And from this affair that happens, you go over 5 fucking seasons of how that one thing completely derailed their life. And it's not like the affair caused everything to derail. It's kind of just like how life has like a butterfly effect. So like one thing happened, then one thing happened, then one thing happened, then one thing, like it just kept going. Like it just didn't stop. Like their lives, they basically meet when their lives are super stagnant, everything's the same, they're stuck, they've got nothing to do kind of vibes. They fall in love, have this affair, and then like their lives, and like not just their lives, but like everyone's lives in the show turns to shit. Not because of the affair, but when they meet, like the butterfly effect, everything turns to shit. And like, hear me out. At the beginning of the show, for the whole first season, I kept telling my mom, this is shit, stop watching it, blah blah blah, it's so depressing. Like, I just hate everyone in the show. Like, how are we supposed to champion the characters here? They're all cheating on each other, they're all cunts. Like, they none of them actually know what love is. Like I just kept chatting shit about it, and then I got addicted to it, and so here we are now, and I'm on season 4. What can I tell you? What can I say? Yeah, season 3 I think was my favorite season. Like, both of them, like the man and the woman, there's Noah and Allison is my favorite human on the planet. She's just my favorite human on the planet. I love her. I go through moments of absolutely hating her. Like, the first whole season is so hard to like her, but I hate Noah. I hate Noah. Allison, however, is my baby girl. I love that bitch. After season 2 at least. And then, like, there's a reason, like, both of them do what they do. And, like, it's like a whole life lesson show. It's kind of like, well, you know, we can judge these people, but realistically, look where it got them. For some better than worse, for some better, for some worse. You can see why they did it. They have their own traumas, they have their own reasons. But anyway, then there's Allison was married to Cole at the beginning. And Cole is also my baby, and I love him, and he can do no wrong. He does annoy me so much in season 3, but at the beginning of season 4, redemption arc for Cole. Love that fucking cunt. Love him. I'm always gonna fight for this man. He could literally get on one knee and I'd say yes, and I don't even have to know this man. Like, love him. Allison and Cole, I love them so much. They own my heart. My mum was off yesterday because it was the Queen's funeral anyways. And she went back to work today, and the first thing she did was text me a gif of Cole. Because last night when we were watching it, we were binging it so much last night, she was like, tomorrow we're just going to be crying to each other about Cole. And I was like, I know, like, I love him so much. So anyways, Noah kind of is having a redemption arc at the moment. Do I think it will last long? Unsure. Also, I'm scared for Allison's life. I know something's gonna happen to her, and I want to keep my baby angel safe. I could literally talk for an hour about the affair. It's so good. The acting is just brilliant. Once you get through the first season of how hard it is to get through the first season, because it's so hard, because you just hate everyone involved. Season 2, season 3, it's just so easy. Plus the stories get better. I just watched a bird shit. I'm in the trees, like we're at the top floor, and a bird just sat on the tree in front of me, and I saw it shit. I think that's my sign to log off. These things have been helping me not be depressed. So I'll see you back next month for another favorites. Wow, the year's going fast. I really don't like that. But I hope to see you also in my next video. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you so much. Bye.